Approaching the top of the stretch, Denny's Nat and Gary Vincent. Change cover, Kim Cameron. Dandelion with Tony Watson. What a Dixie and Brian Moore. Brighton Toot with John Davidson will be Sly Babe and Sean Shannon. Hill Wind Rebel with Colleen Clancy. Cynthia Jean with Herman Renault. Here they come. Clear off Brighton Toot, wings 4. Grabs the early lead. Dandelion is racing as second. Denny's Nat up on the inside is at third. Will be Sly Babe moving on the outside, racing fourth. What a Dixie is fifth, and Shane's Cover Hill Wind Rebel. Cynthia Jean trailing. They're by the eighth, and it's on to the quarter now. Racing up front, Brighton Toot. Dandelion second. Will be Sly Babe driving on from third. Goes on. Is now second and goes winging for the top. Brighton Toot and Will be Sly Babe. They are neck and neck as they race on by the quarter. Will be Sly Babe takes the lead. Quarter 34 and 1. Out of the top turn will be Sly Babe, the leader. Brighton Toot is second. Now Hill Wind Ripple on the outside comes to second. Brighton Toot racing third. Dandelion fourth. What a Dixie. Shane's Cover. They swing on through the stretch, come driving on to the half. On the inside will be Sly Babe with Denny's Nat up on the outside. They're neck and neck, and Denny's Nat coming to the top. Denny's Nat will be Sly Babe, and then Brighton Toot third. Dandelion up moving from fourth. Then What a Dixie, Hill Wind Rebel. Then Shane's Cover, Cynthia Jean. They were by the half. 102 and 3. Round the turn, they go racing on to the 5/8. Pacing on top now, Denny's Nat. He's up for 2. Will be Sly Babe a second. Brighton Toot has third. Dandelion is fourth. Shane's Cover locked in fifth. What a Dixie out 3 wide going on. Hill Wind Rebel. And Cynthia Jean trails on the rail as they race to the 3/4. Denny's Nat the leader as they go by that marker. Brighton Toot to second now. Will be Sly Babe has third. Dandelion, Shane's Cover. 135 and 3 by the 3/4. Round the top turn, Denny's Nat, Brighton Toot. Closing it on the leader, racing second. Will be Sly Babe, Shane's Cover now fourth. Dandelion fifth. They hit the head of the lane and swing for home. Denny's Nat the leader, Brighton Toot driving up, coming on. Denny's Nat and Brighton Toot is coming on. Denny's Nat holding. Here they are at the line. Gonna be Denny's Nat. Brighton Toot. Cynthia Jean gets third. And Shane's Cover fourth. And the time for the mile, 2:08. And parading now, the unofficial winner of the ninth, number 2, Denny's Nat, a big pacing horsey, 6 years by Brett Speller from Midnight Rainbow. Owned by Gene O'Connor of St. John and trained by Gene O'Connor. Gary Vincent driving, the horse scoring his 4th winning trip this year at the mile in 2:08. And the result, 9th race, now official, Cherry Twist Scratch. Denny's Nat, your race winner. Shane's Cover 4th. Dandelion was 5th. And What a Dixie 8th. Brighton Toot was 2nd. Will be Sly Babe 6th. Hill Wind Rebel 7th. Cynthia Jean 3rd. Times a quarter 34 and 4, and the half 102 and 3. A 3/4 135 and 3, and the mile in 2:08. All set now for the 10th and final field of 9. Approaching top of the stretch, Bold Power, Ross McDonald, Blythe Lobo, John Davidson, Victory Hill, Wally Hennessy. Yap's going to go with Ivan Davies, Power, Jimmy Elmore White, Glittering Bird with Tony Haig, Brighton Skeleton McDougall, All About Irish, Owen Davies, Brother Links with Gary Vincent. Here they come. They're off Victory Hill and All About Irish rushing for the lead. They're neck and neck as they swing into the turn, and Victory Hill keeps it on the inside. All About Irish up strong on the outside and challenging. Racing round the turn, Victory Hill holding that lead, 3/4 of a length, and All About Irish up challenging for it, and he's going for and takes it now. All About Irish, Victory Hill racing second, Blythe Lobo third. Gaff's going to go as fourth, Glittering Bird Park to fifth. Then Brother Links, Bold Power, Jimmy Brighton Skillet trails as they raced on by the quarter. They were by it in 31 and 3. Around the top turn, Old Might Irish and Victory Hill second, Blythe Lobo. Out moving now, racing third, coming on. Then Glittering Bird behind him with cover. She's racing fourth as they reach the top of the stretch. Through the line they come racing to the half. Old Might Irish on the inside. Blythe Lobo up on the outside. They're neck and neck. Glittering Bird now third. Victory Hill is at fourth. Brother Lynx is on the move to fifth. Let us Gaps get a go. Bold of Power Jimmy at Brighton Skillet trailing. At the 5.5 and 3 and 4 and around the turn they go. Racing now to the 5/8 Blythe Lobo. Off stride and on the run, going up on the outside to the top, Glittering Bird. She's the leader as they go to the 3/4. Glittering Bird and Brother Lynx and Full Power now third. Then Blythe Lobo, Victory Hill. Then it's Old Might Irish, Power Jimmy, Gaff's got to go, Brighton Skillet. Racing by the 3/4, 2 leaders neck and neck, now Full Power. He's the leader on the outside. Glittering Bird racing second. Victory Hill driving up third. Brother Lynx is up fourth. Blythe Lobo fifth. At the 7/8, Full Power leads for 2.5. They head for home now. Bold Power pacing on top. Victory Hill and Glittering Bird and Brother Lynx. Bold Power and Victory Hill is coming on, and Brother Lynx is, and here they are at the line. Bold Power, Victory Hill, Brother Lynx, and Glittering Bird gets fourth. And the time for the mile, 2:09.1. And parading now, the unofficial winner of our 10th race, it's number 1, Bold Power. Bay pacing gelding, he's 4 years. He is by Power Baron out of Bold Model. Owned, trained, and driven by Ross McDonald of St. John. The colt gets his first winning trip this season. And tonight he steps to a new win race record of 2:09.1. And the result of the 10th is now official. Bold Power, your race winner. Blythe Lobo was fifth. Victory Hill second. Gaff's gonna go was 8th. Power Jimmy 7th. Glittering Bird was 4th. Brighton Skillet 6th. Old Might Irish 9th. It is Friday, July 18th, 58th day of racing at EPR. Our first race, top of the stretch, field of 6. The Settler MC with Herm Riddle, K-Tom Judge Brian Moore, Blythe Lobo John Davidson, Gaff's Get a Go with Ivan Davies, Victory Hill Wally Hennessy, Dandelion Marcel Barrio. Here they come. They're off, and Victory Hill rushes forward. It grabs the early lead. Gay Time Judge is racing second. Dandelion his third. Blythe Lobo racing fourth. Gaff's got to go fifth on the outside. The Settler MC trailing the field as they work around the turn, and Gate Time Judge is out for the lead. By the 8th and up the backstretch, Gate Time Judge now goes to the top. Victory Hill is racing his second. Dandelion his third. Blythe Lobo's off stride on the run. Then the Settler MC going up on the outside. And Gaff's got to go trailing as they race on by the quarter now. They were by the quarter in 31 and 2 and around the top turn. Gate Time Judge out by a length and a half. Victory Hill second. Dandelion has third. The Settler MC fourth. That is Blythe Lobo, and Gaff's got to go as they leave the 3/8. Through the stretch, here they come racing to the half. Pacing on top, Gay Time Judge. Then it is Victory Hill second. Dandelion his third. Then the Settler MC, Blythe Lobo on the outside, and the trailer is Gaff's got to go as they go racing on by the half. By the half and 4, and they go into the turn now, racing on to the 5/8. Game Time Judge shows the way. He leads by 2. Victory Hill is second, Dandelion third. Blythe Lobo is fourth, the Settler MC, and Gaff's got to go, and they're by the 5/8. On to the 3/4 now. It is Gate Time Judge for 2. Victory Hill his second. Dandelion is the third. Blythe Lobo. Then the Settler MC and Gaff's got to go. There goes Dandelion out to challenge from third as they race on by the 3/4. 37 at the 3/4 and into the top turn. Gate Time Judge with Dandelion. Moving forward, he takes the lead. Dandelion, Gate Time Judge, Victory Hill. Racing third. They're by the 7/8 now, and they swing for home. It is Dandelion and Gate Time Judge, and Victory Hill swings 3 wide. It is Dandelion, Gate Time Judge, Victory Hill coming on to the top. Victory Hill now, Dandelion. Here they are at the line. It is Victory Hill, Dandelion, Gate Time Judge, and the Settler MC gets fourth. And the time for the mile, 2:10. And parading now the unofficial winner of our first race, number 5, Victory Hill. A bay pacing gelding 8 here has been Native Hill from Bertha Victory. Owned and trained by Paul Brown of St. John with Wally Hennessy catch driving. The horse getting his first winning trip this season and tonight in 2:10. The result of the first race now official. The Settler MC was 4th. Gaytime Judge was 3rd. Gaytime Judge has been claimed by Ivan Davies. Life Lobo was 5th. Gav's Gettico 6th. Victory Hill, your race winner. Dandelion was 2nd. Times over by the quarter, 31 and 2. At the half, 104. 3/4, 137. Time for the mile, 2:10. All set now for the second race. Field of 8 approaching the top of the stretch. There's Greystone Mark with Sam Hodgett. What a Dixie with Brian Moore. Star to be Wally Hennessy. Brighton Skillet with Tom Mason. Velvet Treasure, Ivan Davies. Cherry Twist with Doug Falkins. Glittering Bird with Tony Haig and Ann's Doll with Robert Kraft. Here they come. They're off in Cherry Twist wings 4 and has the lead on the far outside. Velvet Treasure now racing a second. Star to be going up on the inside along the rail. Now to second. Brighton Skillet between horses racing a third. Glittering Bird up on the inside is now 4th. Velvet Treasure 5th. Then it's Ann's Doll. Greystone Mark, What a Dixie trailing as they go to the quarter. Cherry Twist the leader. Brighton Skillet working up on the outside. Lapped on the leader now. Now they're neck and neck, and Brighton Skillet goes to the top. Brighton Skillet is the leader as they've raced on by the quarter. Cherry Twist racing second. Star to be was third. The quarter, 32 and 1. Around the top turn, Brighton Skillet a length. Cherry Twist is second. Star to be a third. Glittering Bird up tight, 4th. Then it's Velvet Treasure and Doll out moving quickly now on the outside. Then Greystone Marg. What a Dixie trails, and they work on through the stretch. They come driving to the half. Here comes Star to Be up on the outside, racing second, challenging for the top. It is Brighton Skillet and Star to Be. They're neck and neck as they go racing by the half. Then Cherry Twist and Dan's Doll outside with cover. Then it is Glittering Bird, Velvet Treasure. Then Greystone Mark, What a Dixie trailing as they swing around the turn, the half and 5 and 2. It is Brighton Skillet 3/4 of a length. Star to Be on the outside challenging second. Cherry Twist locked in third. Ann's Doll outside 4th. Glittering Bird is 5th. Velvet Treasure 6th. And Greystone Mark and What a Dixie. And the two leaders battling neck and neck as they go to the 3/4. Star to Be moves out now by half a length. Star to Be and Brighton Skillet. The 3/4, 137 and 3. And around the top turn it is Star to Be by a length and a half. Brighton Skillet's racing a second. Ann's Doll hangs third. Cherry Twist is 4th, looking for room. Velvet Treasure swinging wide. Glittering Bird, they swing for home. It is Star to Be leading by 2. Brighton Skillet racing second. Cherry Twist coming through on the inside quickly now. It is going to be Star to Be, and up the line, here they are. Star to Be, Cherry Twist. Brighton Skillet gets third. Velvet Treasure is 4th. And the time for the mile, 2:09 and 3. And parading now, the unofficial winner of the second race, number 3, Star to Be. Bay pacing mare 4 years by Bound to Be from Star Sota. Owned by Lloyd McAllister and Les Mott of St. John, trained and driven by Wally Hennessy. The mare getting her 4th winning trip this season tonight, 2:09 and 3. Result of the second race now, official. Greystone Marg was 6th. What a Dixie, 8th. Star to Be, your race winner. Brighton Skillet was 3rd. Velvet Treasure 4th. Cherry Twist was 2nd. Glittering Bird 7th. And Doll 5th. Times quarter, 32 and 1. The half, 105 and 2. Charlie Hall, Herman Renault. Fred's Dream with Fred Giddon. Quality Key and Elmore White. Pure Smoke Wally Hennessy. O.D.'s Miles with Ron Robertson. Charlotte's Ranger, John Davidson. Art's Bad Penny with Tony Watson. John the Greek with Ivan Davies. Here they come. They're off in Pure Smoke and Charlotte's Ranger battling for the lead. Pure Smoke on the inside. Charlotte's Angel up wide, and he assumes the lead as they swing into the turn. Charlotte's Ranger pacing on top. Pure Smoke racing second. O.D.'s Miles up on the outside racing third, and they're by the eighth. That's up the backstretch onto the quarter. Charlotte's Ranger leads by 2. Pure Smoke is second. O.D.'s Miles driving up third going on. Maritime Pipeline is fourth. Fred's Dream is fifth. That is John the Greek. And Quality Key. Archbad Penny is off stride. Charlie Hall. They're by the quarter, 31 and 2, and racing round the top turn. Charlotte's Ranger leading a length with O.D.'s Miles Park racing second. Pure Smoke has third in the rail. Maritime Pipeline is fourth and back 5 lengths to the rest. That's John the Greek, Fred's Dream, Quality Key, Charlie Ho, and far back Art's Bad Penny as they come racing to the half. Up front with the lead, Charlotte's Ranger. O.D.'s Miles hanging second. Pure Smoke racing third. Maritime Pipeline is fourth. At the 5.5 and 2 and 3. Into the turn now, they've raced for the 5/8. And pacing on top, Charlotte's Ranger. Pure Smoke racing second. O.D.'s Miles hangs third now. Maritime Pipeline is fourth. John the Greek out 3 wide now, racing on from fifth. Maritime Pipeline off stride, back pacing quickly though. On to the 3/4, it is Charlotte's Ranger. Pure Smoke racing second. John the Greek going on. He is now second. Pure Smoke is third. O.D.'s Miles. Quality Key out 3 wide, rushing on quickly, gets to fourth. They were by the 3/4, 1:36 and 2, and into the top turn, Charlotte's Ranger a length. On the outside, John the Greek is second. Pure Smoke racing third. Quality Key is fourth. Maritime Pipeline now fifth. Then Fred's Dream, O.D.'s Miles swinging for home. It is Charlotte's Ranger. John the Greek, Pure Smoke on the inside. It is Charlotte's Ranger on the outside. Maritime Pipeline coming on. Here they are. In Charlotte's Ranger, Maritime Pipeline. John the Greek gets third, too close to call for fourth. On the time for the mile, 2:09 and 2. And parading now, the unofficial footer of the fourth, number 7, Charlotte's Ranger. Bay pacing caught 3 by Winthrop LaBelle from Tesila. Owned and trained by Paul Brown of St. John with John Davidson driving. Just getting a second winning trip this season tonight, 2:09 and 2. To you in just a moment. First, the result of the 4th race. Maritime Pipeline was second. Charlie Ho was 8th. Fred's Dream 6th. Quality Key was 4th. Pure Smoke 5th. O.D.'s Miles 7th. Charlotte's Ranger, your race winner. Archbad Penny did not finish, and John the Greek was 3rd. Times a quarter, 31 and 2. Hold the line with Doug Falcons, Tobick and Owen Davies, Glenn Cross, Wally Hennessy, Cedars Pointer, John Davidson, Isaac Character, Gary Vincent, Trick Bag with Ross McDonald, times 2, Jody Hennessy, Flying Pen, Tom Mason. Here they come. They're off, and Tobick goes to the top on the outside, and challenging goes Cedars Pointer. Tobick leads out of the turn with Cedars Pointer. On the outside, challenging, and they are neck and neck as they race by the 8th pole. Tobick's on the inside. Cedars Pointer is on the outside of second. Glenn Cross racing third. Hold the line is third. Glenn Cross racing fourth. Flying Pen is fifth, and it's Isaac Character Trick Bag. And times 2 trails, but starts to move on the outside, is rushing on, and they are by the quarter. Times 2 quickly up on the outside, going to 5th, going on still, quarter 31 seconds. Around the top turn, Tobick leads for 2. Then racing a second, Cedars Pointer. They're by the 3/8 now, swinging on through the stretch, and they come driving to the half. Tobick pacing on top. Up on the outside, here comes Hold the Line now second. Cedars Pointer is third. Times 2 on the outside, fourth. Glenn Cross is fifth, and it's Flying Pen Isaac Character. Trick Bag trailing as they race on 5.5 and 4. Into the turn now for the second time. They go driving on to the 5/8. Hold the Line on the outside. Tobick is on the inside, and they're battling neck and neck. Tobick now by half a length. Hold the Line, racing a second, Cedars Pointer third. Times 2 on the outside, fourth, Glenn Cross, Flying Pen, Isaac Character, Trick Bag trails. Going to the three-quarters, it is still Tobic. Then hold the line, challenging a second. Cedars Porter in the rail third. Times 2 outside fourth, still with cover. Glen Cross is fifth. They swing around the top turn. Pacing on top still, it is Tobic now but 2. Cedars Porter comes to a second, times 2. Way wide comes to third. Hold the line between them is fourth, and they swing for home. Tobic pacing on top. Tobic and Cedars Porter is coming on. Glen Cross working up on the inside. On the outside, times 2. 5 of them now, neck and neck as Trick Bag comes on. Here they are at the line. Glen Cross, too tight to call for the rest. And the time for the mile, 2:09. And parading now, the unofficial winner of the 7th race, number 3, Glen Cross. Bay pacing gelding, he's 10. He's by Lang Hanover from Dexterity.
And approaching the top of the stretch, there's Regal Down with Steve Mason, Semi-Sweet and Drew Campbell. Miramichi Ronnie with Winston Campbell. Calavrita Girl, Jody Hennessy. Young Fun and Jim Ward. Trusty Bilbo, Gary Vincent. Ralph's Annie with John Davidson. And from the outside, Dewey Dynamo and Steve Mahar. Here they come. They're off and leaving the wire. Young Fun from post 5 goes driving for the top. Up on the inside, though, Regal Down bids for it. Miramichi Ronnie is in between horses as they hit that first turn. Regal Down's on top. Miramichi Ronnie is a second up on the outside. Young Fun comes to third as they go by the 8th pole. Making their way to the first quarter. Semi-Sweet racing fourth. Then Trusty Bilbo. Calavrita Girl, Dewey Dynamo, and Ralph Annie. And out from second goes Miramichi Ronnie to challenge for the top, and he takes it now. Miramichi Ronnie on top a length with Regal Down racing second. Young Fun is third. Semi-Sweet racing fourth by the quarter and 31-1. Into that far turn, it is Miramichi Ronnie, Regal Down second. Young Fun is third. Dewey Dynamo on the move now and comes to fourth. Then Semi-Sweet, Trusty Bilbo's on the move. Then Calavrita Girl on the trailer is Ralph Annie as they go by the 3/8 pole. Off the top turn, they make their way to the half. Up front and cutting it out, it's Miramichi Ronnie with the Dewey Dynamo up on the outside, coming to second. Regal Down on the rail is racing third. Trusty Bilbo has cover and is driving fourth. Then it's Young Fun, Semi-Sweet, Ralph Annie, Calavrita Girl. They are by the half in 1:03 into the clubhouse turn for the second time. Miramichi Ronnie still shows the way with Dewey Dynamo on the outside. Hanging second, he's at Ronnie's wheel as they go by the 5/8 and drive to the 3/4. Miramichi Ronnie, Dewey Dynamo. Regal Down on the rail is third. Trusty Bilbo outside fourth. Then it's Young Fun, Semi-Sweet. Calavrita Girl is 3 wide seventh. And the trailer is Ralph Annie as they go by the 3/4. Miramichi Ronnie on top a length by the 3/4 in 1:34-3. Into that far turn, Miramichi Ronnie, Dewey Dynamo, Trusty Bilbo, 3 wide racing third. On the inside, Regal Down is fourth. Calavrita Girl outside fifth as they go by the 7/8, 3 wide. They battle for the top. Here they come for home. Miramichi Ronnie, Dewey Dynamo. On the outside comes Trusty Bilbo. It's Miramichi Ronnie. Trusty Bilbo is coming on. Miramichi Ronnie, Trusty Bilbo coming to the line. It's tight. Looks like Miramichi Ronnie, Trusty Bilbo, Dewey Dynamo third. Time for the mile, 2:05-4. The judges have called for a photo for win in race number 7, parading first off number 3, Miramichi Ronnie. A bay colt 3 by Flair Wave out of Miramichi Molly, she by Keystone Dream. Owned by Clayton and Joseph McCombs of Newcastle, trained and driven by Winston Campbell. Also in the photo number 6, Trusty Bilbo. A bay horse 8 years by Trusty Dream out of Flying Minnie K, she by Flying Brett. Owned by Twyla Vincent of Hampton, trained and driven by Gary Vincent. Time for the mile, 2:05-4. We wait for a photo for win. The result of the 7th race, now official. Race 7 official. Regal Down was 8th. Semi-Sweet, 7th. Miramichi Ronnie, your race winner. Calavrita Girl, 6th. Young Fun, 4th. Trusty Bilbo, 2nd. Ralph Annie, 5th. And Dewey Dynamo was 3rd. Race times by the quarter in 31-1. Past the half in 1:03-3. The 3/4 in 1:34-3. Miramichi Ronnie, your winner in 2:05-4.
The Ivan Davies, that's the 4th wedding trip this year for Tobic tonight to 6-4. Now the result of the 2nd race, now official. Glen Cross was 3rd. PHF Llewellyn second. Trick Bag was sixth. Harmony Greenwood eighth. Times 2 fourth. Dip Tar Lady seventh. Tobic, your race winner. Port City Nick was ninth. Cedars Pointer fifth. The times quarter 31 seconds. The half 103 and 4. 3/4 1:35 and 3. And the mile 2:06 and 4. And we're all set now for the third race with a field of 7 approaching the top of the stretch. There's Laser Scout with Jody Hennessy, Hummer Garment, and Bill Nicholson Jr. Legitimate Power with Mike Doyle, Colin Seelster, Ivan Davies. La Bouvier with Steve Mason, Freddie Dream, and John Davidson. And B-Hawk with Wally Hennessy. Here they come. There, Laser Scott steps out, has the lead. Freddie Dream up on the outside, challenging a second. Hummer Garment is third in the rail. B-Hawk is on the move, racing a fourth. Then it's Le Bouvier, Legitimate Power, and Colin Seelster trails there by the eighth, and it's out off the backstretch. They're driving to the quarter. Laser Scott, the leader, with a length and a half, and B-Hawk up on the outside second, challenging for it, and B-Hawk goes to the top. Laser Scott is racing a second, and Freddie Dream is third. Hummer Comet is fourth, and they were by the opening quarter, 29 and 4, and B-Hawk goes on. Out now but 2.5. Laser Scott racing a second. Freddie Dream is third. Hummer Comet is fourth. Le Bouvier. Then it is Colin Seelster, Legitimate Power, trails on the outside. And through the stretch they come racing to the half, and here comes Hummer Comet. Up on the outside, moving to third, but up front it is B-Hawk. Laser Scott is second. Hummer Comet driving third. Freddie Dream is fourth. Le Bouvier fifth. Then Colin Seelster, Legitimate Power, they're by and a half. 1:01. Round the turn they go to the 5/8, and it is a B-Hawk. Hummer Comet on the outside, challenging second now as they leave the 5/8. Then it is Laser Scott. Le Bouvier goes to fourth. Freddie Dream now fifth. Legitimate Power and Colin Seelster. And they go to the 3/4. B-Hawk, the leader, a half length. Hummer Comet, Le Bouvier out 3 wide, racing on strong third. Freddie Dream back to fourth. Laser Scott is fifth. Then in between horses, Colin Seelster, Legitimate Power, 3 wide and trailing. And the leaders are battling 3 wide as they come to the 7/8. 3/4, 1:32 and 2. It is still a B-Hawk and Hummer Comet strong in the middle of the track. He comes to the top. Hummer Comet and B-Hawk and Freddie Dream, Le Bouvier. It's going to be Hummer Comet, and here they are at the line. Hummer Comet, B-Hawk, Freddie Dream, and Le Bouvier. And the time for the mile, 2:03 and 4. And parading now, the unofficial winner of the third is number 2, Hummer Comet. Black pacing horse, 9 years for Mai Tai from Strutting Stuff. Owned by Bill Nicholson and Ellen Blakeney of St. John, trained and driven by Bill Nicholson Jr. Hummer Comet gets his third wedding trip this season. It's his fastest in 2 years, 2:03 and 4. And the result of the third is now official. Laser Scott was 7th. Hummer Comet, your race winner. Legitimate Power, 6th. Colin Seelster was 5th. Le Bouvier 4th. Freddie Dream the 3rd. B-Hawk the 2nd. Times a quarter, 29 and 4. The half 1:01. 3/4, 1:32 and 2. And the mile at 2:03 and 4 steps. All set now for the 4th race, field of 9, approaching the top of the stretch. Jersey Classic and Dr. Hugh Fair. Mormac, China with Charlie and Clancy, Carport, Laura, Gary, Vincent, Blazing Lightning with Miller Tuglan, Oblin, Jake with Charlie Ross, Prospect Team and Ivan Davies, Glengarry Drive with Ross McDonald, Chrissy's Pride and Elmore White, Nightly Blue Girl with Ron Robertson. Here they come. There, off Carport, Laura going to the top. Prospect Demon drives up on the outside. Jersey Classic get on the rail. But out 4 wide. Chrissy's Pride racing on fourth and around the turn. Prospect Demon pacing on top. Carport Laura now. Chrissy's Pride goes to second on the outside. Carport Laura racing third as Chrissy's Pride goes to the top. Up the back stretch it is Chrissy's Pride moving out number 2. Prospect Demon racing second. Carport Laura third. And Jersey Classic is fourth. Blazing Lightning fifth. Glengarry Drive working up on the outside going on. Dennis Knightley, Blue Girl, the quarter to the 2 and the 4. Out of round the top turn they go. Chrissy's Pride out now by 4 lengths. Prospect Demon is racing second. Carport Laura has the third. Jersey Classic is fourth. Glengarry Drive outside fifth. They spring on through the stretch, driving on to the half, and Chrissy's Pride showing the way. Prospect Demon racing is second. Then on the outside, Jersey Classic comes to third. Carport Laura fourth. Glengarry Drive a fifth. Then it's Blazing Lightning. Then up on the outside goes Oblin Jake. Then it's Nightly Blue Girl. And more MacDonough trails over by the half and 6 and 3 and around the turn. They go driving on to the 5/8. Chrissy's Pride by a length to the half. Prospect Demon is racing second. Jersey Classic is third. Glengarry Drive driving the fourth. Carport Laura Blazing Lightning. Nightly Blue Girl. Then Oblin Jake and the trailer more MacDonough. They go by the 3/4. It is Chrissy's Pride out by 2 lengths. Prospect Demon racing second. 1:38 and 4 by the 3/4. Around the top turn, Chrissy's Pride well in hand. Leads a length and a half. Prospect Demon is second. Glengarry Drive coming up a strong third, and they hit the head of the lane. They spring for home, Chrissy's Pride. Prospect Demon driving second. Glengarry Drive is third. It is Chrissy's Pride and gonna be, and that's the line. It is Chrissy's Pride. Prospect Demon, Glengarry Drive. Too tight to call for fourth. And the time for the mile, 2:10 and 1. And parading now, the unofficial winner of our fourth race, number 8, Chrissy's Pride. Chestnut pacing filly, she's 2 years, by Quality Blue Chip from Anna Quill. On by Dennis James and Dennis James Jr. of Rothsay, trained and driven by Elmore White. The filly gets her first lifetime win, takes a maiden record of 2:10 and 1. Now the result of the fourth race. Now official Jersey Classic is 5th. More MacDonough 7th. Carport Laura 9th. Blazing Lightning 6th. Oblin Jake was 8th. Prospect Demon 2nd. Glengarry Drive 3rd. Chrissy's P and Ron Robertson. Blythe Lobo, John Davidson. Dandelion with Tom Mason, Power, Jimmy Elmore White. Bold Power, Ross McDonald, Cortland Nashua with Jody Hennessy. Here they come. They're off in Victory Hill, the leader on the inside. Dandelion up 3 wide, racing on to second. Blythe Lobo is third. Power Jimmy has fourth. The Settler MC, Bold Power. Cortland Nashua trails. And on the turn, they're by the 8th pole now. On up the backstretch, they go winging on to the quarter. And pacing on top of this Dandelion, a length and a half. Victory Hill racing second. Blythe Lobo is third. Power Jimmy fourth. Then the Settler MC, Bold Power, and Cortland Nashua trails the field as they race on by the quarter. By that marker, 31 and 2, and into the top turn they go. Pacing on top, Dandelion still, a length and a half. Victory Hill sitting pretty second, Blythe Lobo third. Then it is Power Jimmy fourth. The Settler MC, Bold Power, Cortland Nashua trailing in as they come through the stretch. And we race on to the half. It is Dandelion, and here comes Blythe Lobo driving up on the outside to second. Victory Hill is now third. Power Jimmy his fourth. Bold Power, the Settler MC, and the Cortland Nashua trailing but moving. And they were by the half and 4. Around the line, the leader Blythe Lobo is second. Victory Hill has third. They're by the 5/8. Then it is a Power Jimmy Bold Model. Then Cortland Nashua, the Settler MC. On to the 3/4. The 3 leaders off by themselves. Dandelion with Blythe Lobo driving second. Victory Hill has third. Then the Bold Power, Cortland Nashua, Power Jimmy, and the Settler MC. By the 3/4, 135 and 3 around the top turn. Dandelion, Blythe Lobo, Victory Hill, Bold Power, Cortland Nashua, the Settler MC, and Power Jimmy, and at the head of the lane, it is Dandelion and Blythe Lobo, and Victory Hill driving third, swinging out wide. It is a Blythe Lobo now to the top. Blythe Lobo, Dandelion, Victory Hill, here they are at the line. Blythe Lobo, then Victory Hill, Dandelion, Cortland Nashua. And the time for the mile, 2:07 and 1. And parading now, the unofficial winner of the 6th race. Number 3, Blythe Lobo. Brown pacing horse, 8 years by native Lobel from Scarlet Blythe. Owned by Ivan Brown of Hampton. Trained and driven by John Davidson. The horse scores his 3rd winning trip this season tonight in 2:07 and 1. The result of the 6th race, now official. Victory Hill, 2nd. The Settler MC was 6th. Blythe Lobo, your race winner. Dandelion was 3rd. Power Jimmy, 7th. Bold Power, 5th. Cortland Nashua, 4th. Times they were by the quarter at Brighton Skillet with Tom Mason, Fresh Lass, Owen Davies. Cherry Twist with Doug Falcons, Velvet Treasure, Ivan Davies. Star to Be with Wally Hennessy, Glittering Bird, and Tony Haig. Super Sip with John Tyler, Hillwind Rebel, Jody Hennessy. Bright and Toot with John Davidson. Here they come. Clear off Cherry Twist quickly. Grabs the early lead. Velvet Treasure is 2nd. Brighton's got it up on the inside, racing a 3rd. Super Sip. 3 wide is a 4th. Hillwind Rebel outside, racing on 5th. And around the turn they go, racing to the 8th, and Cherry Twist cuts it out. Then on the rail, now racing 2nd. Velvet Treasure's off stride, but the trailers get by okay. Up front, Cherry Twist. Brighton's got it as 2nd. Super Sip Park racing a 3rd. Then in on the rail. And racing 4th, it is a Brighton Toot. Hillwind Rebel 5th on the outside going on. Then Star to Be, Fresh Last, Glittering Bird. And the trailer out of contention, Velvet Treasure. As they spring around the top turn, they're by the quarter, 31 and 1. Coming to the 3/8 pole. Cherry Twist has the front. And up on the outside, now driving on the 2nd, comes a Super Sip. Brighton Skillet on the rail is 3rd. Hillwind Rebel outside 4th now with cover. Then it is a Brighton Toot. Up on the outside, Fresh Last, Star to Be, Glittering Bird. And they were by the half in 1:02 and 2. And at a turn they go, racing to the 5/8. Cherry Twist cuts it out. Then racing 2nd on the rail again, it is Brighton Skillet. Super Sip hangs 3rd. Hillwind Rebel outside 4th. And swings out 3 wide now. Brighton Toot on the rail is 4th. Star to Be goes out 4 wide and rushing on. Then it's Glittering Bird, Fresh Lass, as they race on by the 3/4. They were by that marker, 134 and 2, and into the top turn, Cherry Twist. Star to Be is now 2nd. Then the Brighton Skillet has a 3rd. Brighton Toot coming up on the inside now 4th. At the head of the lane, Cherry Twist with a good lead. Star to Be closing in on her, racing is 2nd. Brighton Skillet is a 3rd. Brighton Toot coming on 4th. But it is going to be Cherry Twist all alone. Here they are at the line. It is Cherry Twist, then Star to Be, then Brighton Skillet and Brighton Toot. And the time for the mile, 2:05 and 4. And parading now, the unofficial winner of the 11th race. It's number 3, Cherry Twist, to be pacing mare 6 by Rupert Park from Cherry Brandy. Owned by Tony Damon of Hampton, trained and driven by Doug Falcons. The mare gets her 7th winning trip this season, her fastest in 2 years. Winning tonight in 2:05 and 4. Now the result of the 11th is now official. Brighton Skillet was 3rd. Fresh Lass 7th. Cherry Twist, your race winner. Velvet Treasure was 9th. Star to Be 2nd. Glittering Bird was 5th. Super Sip But now for our third race, a field of 7 approaching the top of the stretch. Hold the Line with Doug Falkins. Trick Bag with Ross McDonald. Cynthia Jean and Wally Hennessy. Spring Idol with Brian Moore. Cedars Porter Wayne Watson. Champ Pyro with Herm Rideau. Tuxedo's Thorpe with Bill Nicholson Jr. And here they come. They're often going to the top from the outside. It is Cedars Porter. Hold the Line racing second. Up wide goes Tuxedo's Thorpe, driving on from third, is now second, winging on. A little leader, Cedars Porter with Tuxedo's Thorpe, challenging for the top as they swing up the backstretch, and Tuxedo's Thorpe takes the lead. And Cedars Porter's off stride and on the run. They go on to the quarter, and it is Tuxedo's Thorpe pacing on top. Then racing a second, it is Cedars Porter with Hold the Line, the quarter in 30 2/5. Around the top turn, Tuxedo's Thorpe. Then racing a second, Cedars Porter on the frail. Trick Bag comes up on the outside, now challenging from a third and going on. As they hit the head of the lane, come driving on through the stretch. They've raced to the half, and Tuxedo's Thorpe. Trick Bag takes cover behind the leader. Now racing a second. Then it is Cedars Porter, and up on the outside goes Cynthia Jean. Then Hold the Line, Champ Pyro, and Spring Idol trails. They were by the half, 102 2, and into the turn they go, racing on to the 5/8 Tuxedo's Thorpe. Trick Bag racing a second. Then Cedars Porter, Hold the Line, Cynthia Jean, Champ Pyro, Spring Idol trails. They're by the 5/8, and they're on to the 3/4 now, Tuxedo's Thorpe. Trick Bag racing a second. Cynthia Jean driving on, goes to a third. Cedars Porter fourth. Hold the Line, Champ Pyro, and Spring Idol as they race on by the 3/4 and dip into the top turn. The 3/4, 134, it is Tuxedo's Thorpe. Then Trick Bag and Cynthia Jean on the outside. Cedars Porter, Champ Pyro, Hold the Line, and Spring Idol at the head of the lane. It is Tuxedo's Thorpe by 2.5. Tuxedo's Thorpe and Trick Bag and Cynthia Jean driving a third, coming on again. It's going to be Tuxedo's Thorpe with Cynthia Jean on for second. Going to be tight for third, and here they are. Tuxedo's Thorpe for off, but Cynthia Jean and Champ Pyro. And the time for the mile, 2:06 2. And parading now, the unofficial winner of our third race, number 7, Tuxedo's Thorpe. A bay pacing mare. She is 6 years. She's by Thorpe Lobel from Tuxedo's Reward. Owned by Mrs. Beatrice Nicholson of St. John, trained and driven by Bill Nicholson Jr. The mare gets her 5th winning trip this season tonight to 6 2. Now the result of the third is now official. Hold the Line was 4th. Trick Bag 5th. Cynthia Jean was 2nd. Spring Idol 7th. Cedars Porter was 6th. Champ Pyro 3rd. Tuxedo's Thorpe, your race winner. And times quarter 30 2/5, the half 102 2. 3/4 134, and the mile in 2:06 2. And we're all set now for our fourth race with a field of 7. Crafty Star's been scratched. Approaching the top of the stretch, Cherry Twist and Doug Falkins, Gordy Lehigh, Bill Nicholson, Willoway Spats with Wally Hennessy, Shane's Cover Wayne Watson, AC's Peter with Charlie Ross, Little Buffet with Ivan Davies, Flying Pen with Gary Vincent. Here they come. There, often Cherry Twist steps out, has the lead with AC's Peters, challenging a second on the outside. Then Gordy Lehigh is 3rd on the frail, up on the outside. Flying Pen gets to 4th. Willoway Spats is 5th, and Shane's Cover Little Buffet trailing. On to the quarter now. Cherry Twist, the leader, a length to the quarter. AC's Peter is 2nd. Flying Pen on the outside, racing 3rd. Gordy Lehigh has 4th on the rail, and Flying Pen is parked. Then it's Willoway Spats, Shane's Cover. Little Buffet trailing the field as they go racing out by the quarter, driving into the top turn. The quarter, 31 seconds. Around the top turn, Cherry Twist. A length to the quarter. AC's Peter is 2nd. Flying Pen is in on the rail now, racing 3rd as they come on by the 3/8 pole. and come driving through the stretch to the half. Cherry Twist the leader. AC's Peter racing is second. Flying Pen is third. Gordy Lehigh out driving on, comes to third and going on. Flying Pen now fourth. Shane's Cover, Whataway Spats, and the Little Parfait as they go by the half. They're by the half and 3 and 3, and into the turn they go. Racing now to the 5/8, Cherry Twist on the outside. Gordy Lehigh driving a second. AC's Peter third in the rail. They're by the 5/8. Flying Pen moves from the fourth. Whataway Spats in the rail. Shane's Cover outside of him. Little Parfait trailing on the rail, and they race to the 3/4. Cherry Twist by 3 parts of a length from the outside. Gordy Lehigh second. They're by the 3/4 now. Cherry Twist and Gordy Lehigh. They're by the 3/4, 1:35. Up on the inside, AC's Peter coming on. Gets to second now, Gordy Lehigh. In between horses is third. Flying Pen wide to fourth. Shane's Cover, Whataway Spats, a Little Parfait. They swing for home, and Cherry Twist has the lead. AC's Peter racing second. Flying Pen comes driving up a third. It's going to be Cherry Twist, going to be tight for second. Looks like maybe Flying Pen, AC's Peter, and then Gordy Lehigh. And the time for the mile, 2:07 and 2. And parading now, the unofficial winner of our fourth race. It's number 1, Cherry Twist, a bay-pacing mare, 6 years, by Rupert Park from Cherry Brandy. Owned by Tony Damon of Hampton, trained and driven by Doug Falcons. That's the 8th winning trip this year for Cherry Twist, winning tonight in 2:07 and 2. The result of the fourth race is now official. Cherry Twist, your race winner. Gordy Lehigh was fourth. Gordy Lehigh has been claimed by Murray O'Connor. Whataway Spats was seventh. Shane's Cover fifth. AC's Peter was third. Little Puff A sixth. Crafty Star scratched, and Flying Pen was second. Times a quarter, 31 seconds. Top of the stretch. Bretta Knight with Paul Banks. Adios Stephen with Elmore White. Charlotte's Ranger Ross McDonald. DJ's Max with Wally Hennessy. Tarsus Hanover Phil Sowers. Skipton D with Owen Davies Power on Brian Moore. Victoria's Bill with Ivan Davies and P.H. Pacer with Gary Vincent. Here they come. They're often from the outside. Skipton D on the inside. Charlotte's Ranger, they're battling neck and neck. In between them, it is Tarsus Hanover racing a third around the turn. Pacing on top, Charlotte's Ranger up on the outside. Tarsus Hanover now driving on the second. Then Bretamite is third on the rail. DJ's Max is fourth. Skipton D is on the rail now racing fifth. Power on the outside. Adios Stephen, Victoria's Bill, and P.H. Pacer trailing far back as they race on by the quarter. They were by the quarter, 30 and 2/5. Out of the top turn, Charlotte's Ranger pacing on top. Bretamite has a second, then Tarsus Hanover third. DJ's Max comes off the rail, now a challenge from a fourth. Skipton D moving behind him, racing fifth, and through the stretch they come driving to the half. The leader, Charlotte's Ranger. Then DJ's Max driving up second, winging a four, and he takes the lead. It is DJ's Max and Charlotte's Ranger. Then Skipton D drives to third, and DJ Max is off stride on the run. Back pacing quickly, though. They were by the half. 102 and 1 around the turn. They drive to the 5/8. Charlotte's Ranger, the leader. Bretamite racing a second. On the outside, Skipton D racing a third. Tarsus Hanover is a fourth. Victoria's Bill. Then DJ's Max Power on. Adios Stephen out of contention. P.H. Pacer driving to the 3/4 there by that marker now. It is Charlotte's Ranger, the leader. They were by the 3/4. 134 and 1 around the top turn. It is Charlotte's Ranger. Bretamite moving now to challenge from second. Skipton D third. Then coming up on the inside, Victoria's Bill now fourth. Tarsus Hanover is fifth. Swinging for home. It is Charlotte's Ranger with Bretamite driving up strong. Victoria's Bill coming through on the inside. Gonna be Charlotte's Ranger. Here they are at the line. Charlotte's Ranger, Bretamite for second. Victoria's Bill gets third. Skipton D is a fourth. And the time for the mile, 2:06. Parading now, the winner of the 7th race, number 3, Charlotte's Ranger, a bay pacing Cortez 3 by Winthrop LaBelle from Tusila. Owned and trained by Paul Brown of St. John with Ross McDonald driving. The colt gets his 3rd winning trip this season, steps to a new win race record of 2:06. His old mark was 2:8-4. Now the official result of the 7th race. Bretta Knight was 2nd. Adios Stephen 7th. Charlotte's Ranger, your race winner. D.J.'s Max was 8th. Tarsus Hanover 5th. Skipton D was 4th. Power on 6th. Victoria's Bill 3rd. P.H. Pacer was 9th. Times the quarter 30 and 2/5. The half 102-1. A 3/4 134-1. And the mile in 2:06. And we're all set now for the 9th race, a field of 9, approaching the top of the stretch. Fred's Dream with Fred Gedong. John the Greek with Ivan Davies. Joy Town, Steve Mason. Blazing Lighting with Millet Kuglin. Tobic Pride, Herman Renault. O.D.'s Miles with Elmore White. May Power, Gary Vincent. Pure Smoke with Wally Hennessy. French Links with Ron Robertson. Here they come. Clear off, and John the Greek takes them out of their Joy Town racing second. Blazing Lighting goes up in between horses, now racing 3rd on the outside. And Fred's Dream moves up on the inside, gets through to 2nd. Joy Down racing 3rd. Blazing Lighting outside of her goes on to 3rd. They're up the backstretch now, driving on to the quarter. John the Greek and Blazing Lighting 3 wide, racing on to 2nd. Fred's Dream up tight 3rd. Joy Down outside 4th. Blazing Lighting goes to the top now. John the Greek is 2nd. Fred's Dream, Joy Down. Then it is French Links, O.D.'s Miles, May Power, Pure Smoke, and Tobic Pride trailing the by the opening quarter, 31-3. Around the top turn they go. Blazing Lighting on top, and John the Greek out challenging his 2nd. Fred's Dream his 3rd. Joy Down on the rail 4th. They spring off the top turn now and through the stretch. Here they come. They're racing neck and neck to the half. On the outside, John the Greek goes to the top. Blazing Lighting is 2nd. Fred's Dream out driving 3rd. Joy Down 4th. French Links now 5th. O.D.'s Miles, Pure Smoke on the move. May Power and Tobic Pride, and they were by the half in 3 and 4. Around the turn they go, driving on to the 5/8. John the Greek on top. Blazing Lighting and Fred's Dream. Joy Down. French Links, then Pure Smoke. O.D.'s Miles, May Power, and Tobic Pride, and on up the backstretch going to the 3/4. Fred's Dream that gets to the top. They are fatting out 4 wide, neck at neck as they race to the 3/4. Fred's Dream, John the Greek back on again, takes the lead. Fred's Dream 2nd. French Links 3 wide 3rd. Pure Smoke 4 wide. He is 4th. 4 wide, neck and neck around the top turn, and John the Greek has the best of it. Fred's Dream challenging is 2nd. French Links is 3rd. Pure Smoke wide 4th, and May Power springs out 5 wide. They're 5 wide, heading for home, neck and neck. John the Greek, Fred's Dream, French Links on the outside. Pure Smoke. French Links has the best of it right now as they come to the line, and here they are. Going to be tight. French Links, John the Greek, too tight to call for all the rest. And the time for the mile, 2:10 and 4. And parading now, the unofficial winner of the 9th race, number 9, French Links. Bay Pacing Colt, 3 years by Armbro Links from French Fries. Owned by Doug Hatfield of St. John, trained by Herman Renault, Ron Robertson driving. The colt gets his first lifetime win, takes a maiden record, 2:10 and 4. And the result of the 9th race, now official. Fred's Dream, 7th. John the Greek was 2nd. Joy Down, 4th. Blazing Lighting was 9th. Tobic Pride, 5th. O.D.'s Miles, 8th. May Power, 6th. Pure Smoke, 3rd. French Links, your race winner. Set for the second race, field of 9, approaching top of the stretch. Blythe Lobo with John Davidson. Don DeLuise with Lonnie Stokes. Brother Links and Gary Vincent. Bold Power, Ross McDonald. Gaytime Judge with Ivan Davies. Port City Elmer, Doug Quinn. Cortland Nashua with Jody Hennessy. Victory Hill, Wally Hennessy, The Last Tycoon with Mark Collett. Here they come. Clear off. Brother Link steps out, drives four, has the lead. Don DeLuise on the inside, racing fourth. They're neck and neck into the turn, and Gate Time Judge racing on the outside. He's fourth as Blythe Lobo takes third on the rail. Around the turn, Brother Link's the leader by the eighth. Then Don DeLuise racing a second. Gate Time Judge driving on from third. Goes to second now, and he goes swinging for the lead. Don DeLuise racing a second. Blythe Lobo third. Then it's the Last Tycoon. And on the outside, going to the top, it is Gate Time Judge, and they for five, the opening quarter in 31 and 3. Round the top turn, Gate Time Judge and Brother Link's Don DeLuise and Blythe Lobo out from fourth to challenge. Then the Last Tycoon racing of fifth, and Victory Hill, Bold Power, Port City, Elmer, Cortland, Nashua Trails. Through the stretch, they come racing to the half. Up front, Gate Time Judge. Brother Link's is second. Blythe Lobo driving third on the outside. Don DeLuise is fourth. Victory Hill goes to fifth. Then on the inside, the Last Tycoon, Bold Power, Cortland, Nashua, Port City, Elmer. They were five, a half, and four. Around the turn, they go racing to the 5/8. Gate Time Judge, a length. Blythe Lobo moving up at his wheel, racing second. Brother Link's on the rail is racing third. Outside fourth goes Victory Hill. Behind him, Bold Power. Then Don DeLuise, Cortland, Nashua going up on the outside. Then the Last Tycoon and Port City, Elmer Trails as they go racing by the three-quarter pole and swinging into the top turn. Three-quarters, 1:36 and 3. Out of the turn, Gate Time Judge, Blythe Lobo, Brother Link's and Victory Hill. Bold Power, Cortland, Nashua, Don DeLuise, Port City, Elmer, the Last Tycoon, and now they swing for home. It is Gate Time Judge, Blythe Lobo, Brother Link's, and here comes Victory Hill. It is Gate Time Judge, Blythe Lobo coming to him. Victory Hill coming out, three of them. Blythe Lobo, here they are at the line. Blythe Lobo, Victory Hill, Gate Time Judge, and Brother Link's. The time for the mile, 2:08 and 3. Now the result of the second race, it's official. Blythe Lobo, your race winner. Don DeLuise, 8th. Brother Link's was 4th. Bold Power, 9th. Gate Time Judge was 3rd. Number 5, Gate Time Judge has been claimed by Doug Cameron. Port City Elmer was 7th. Cortland Nashua, 5th. Victory Hill, 2nd. And the Last Tycoon, 6th. Race time is the quarter, 31. Field of 9, top of the stretch. Hold the line with Doug Falkins, Match Jet, Hermino, Tobic, Ivan Davies, Harmony Greenwood, John Davidson. Times 2 with Jody Hennessy, Glenn Cross, Wally Hennessy. Spring Idol with Brian Moore, PHF Llewellyn with Owen Davies. The trailer is Flying Pen with Gary Vincent. Here they come. They're off. Tobic going to the top. Hold the line is on the inside and racing a second. Harmony Greenwood driving up on the outside is racing on third and going wide. PHF Llewellyn swinging around the turn. It is Tobic pacing on top and hold the line. His second. Harmony Greenwood outside to third. Then up on the inside racing fourth. It's Flying Pen. Outside PHF Llewellyn, then Match Jet, Glenn Cross. Then it is Times 2. And the trailer is Spring Idol as they race on by the opening quarter. They were by that marker, 30 and 3/5, and around the top turn. Tobic on top with the hold the line racing second. Harmony Greenwood Park hanging a third. Then on the rail, Flying Pen is a fourth. On the outside, PHF Llewellyn Park, she hangs a fifth. Then it is a Match Jet, Times 2 coming up on the outside with cover. Glenn Cross, Spring Idol Trails. At the half, the leader is Tobic. Hold the line is second. Harmony Greenwood hanging third. Flying Pen is fourth. PHF Llewellyn Park is fifth. Match Jet, Times 2, Glenn Cross. Spring Idol is the trailer as they swing around the turn. And they go racing on to the 5/8 to by the half and 2 and 2. Up the backstretch, racing to the 3/4. It is a Tobic and hold the line. PHF Llewellyn 3 wide gets to third is going on. Then PHF Llewellyn now gets to second. Moving behind her with cover times 2 is racing a fourth. They're by the three-quarters. It is a Tobic and PHF Llewellyn times 2 racing 3 wide third. Hold the line is a fourth. Flying Pen, Glenn across. Matt's Jet, Harmony Greenwood, and a Spring Idol, three-quarters, 35 and 3. At the head of the lane, it is a Tobic pacing on top. PHF Llewellyn racing a second, times 2 driving up a third. Glenn Cross outside of him coming on fourth, but it is going to be Tobic, PHF Llewellyn. Here they are. Tobic then tied for place between times 2 and PHF Llewellyn, and the time for the mile, 2:08 and 1. Parading now the unofficial winner of the 6th race, number 3, Tobic, Chestnut Pacing, gelding 6 years, Batar Portervin from Pretty Easy, off of Robert Matter of Fredericton, trained and driven by Ivan Davies. The horse getting his 5th winning trip this season, pacing tonight 2:08 and 1. Race out of the 6th race, now official. Hold the line was 6th. Matt's Jet 7th. Tobic, your race winner. Harmony Greenwood was 8th. Times 2 second. Glenn Cross was 4th. Spring Idol 9th. PHF Llewellyn was 3rd. And Flying Pen was 5th. Ross McDonald. Moore MacDina, Colleen Platsy, Maritime Pipeline, Dr. Hugh Baird, May Power, Gary Vincent, Orson Sealster, Brandy Phillips, Pure Smoke with John Davidson, Nightly Blue Girl with Ron Robertson. Here they come. Clear off and Orson. Sealster quickly goes to the top and up on the inside, Pat Down, racing for the lead. They're neck and neck into the turn, and Pat Down has the best of it. Orson Sealster up on the outside, challenging his second. May Power gets to third. Pure Smoke outside is fourth. That is Moore MacDina, Maritime Pipeline, Glengarry Drive, Nightly Blue Girl. Orson Sealster goes to the top now. Pat Down racing a second. May Power third. Pure Smoke. Maritime Pipeline up on the outside goes on from fourth and is rolling on as they race on by the quarter in 30 and 4/5. They're into the top turn. Orson Sealster. Pat Down racing a second. Maritime Pipeline on the outside is third. May Power fourth on the rail. Pure Smoke is fifth. Then it is Nightly Blue Girl. Moore MacDina, Glengarry Drive trailing through the stretch. They come racing to the half. It is Orson Sealster, and here comes Pat Down up on the outside. Out 3 wide. Maritime Pipeline driving on as they go racing neck and neck by the half. Orson Sealster, Pat Down, Maritime Pipeline. And they were by the half in 102 and 4, and around the turn they go racing to the 5/8. It is Orson Sealster, then Pat Down, May Power, Maritime Pipeline, Nightly Blue Girl, then Glengarry Drive, Moore MacDina. Pure Smoke has pulled up. Onto the 3/4, they're fatting out 3 wide. Orson Sealster, Pat Down second. Maritime Pipeline, Nightly Blue Girl working up in between horses going on. May Power third. Nightly Blue Girl is now fourth. 134 and 4 by the 3/4. Coming to the 7/8. Orson Sealster, Pat Down. May Power comes up on the inside. No room there. They swing for home. It is Orson Sealster. Pat Down. May Power looking for room on the outside. Here comes Nightly Blue Girl. Strong on the outside. With her comes Moore MacDina. 3 of them to the line together. Here they are. At the line is tight. Too tight to call. Nightly Blue Girl, Orson Sealster, Moore MacDina gets third. And the time for the mile, 2:08 and 2. And the photo for win, number 9, Nightly Blue Girl, Bay Pacing Filly 3, but Nightly Blue Chip from Nancy Twigg. Owned and trained by Jerry Atkinson of St. John with Ron Robertson driving. And number 7, Orson Sealster, Bay Pacing Horse 5 by Keystone Smarty from On Faith. Owned and trained by Paul Dares of St. John, Randy Phillips driving. Waiting for a photo for win is Nightly Blue Girl as the winner. You'll get a maiden record of 8 and 2. If Orson Sealster is the winner, he'll get a new win race record of 8 and 2. Waiting for a photo for win. Now the result of the 6th race. Now official. Pat Down was 6th. Glengarry Drive 5th. John the Greek was scratched. Mormac Dinah third. Maritime Pipeline approaching.